Happy Solar Sunday. It's Jamie Green, the Solar Queen, coming to you guys live this Sunday evening. And I really just wanted to come on this evening and talk about my gratitude for every single person, family, homeowner, and business that has decided to go solar and go through this journey with me, Jamie Green, the Solar Queen. So just a little story today. I was driving around my town for all the local people that live locally to me, delivering just little gifts of thanks that came. And I had some beautiful cards made from my friend Kellen Ann, who is with Cards That Wow. And she really wowed me with the cards that she created with my logo, which you can see right there. You can see it's kind of hard to see here, but she made these beautiful. I sent her my logo and I said, I'm sure it's going to be really dainty. Please let me know if you can do them. If you can't do them, that's no problem. And she's like, no, I think I can. I think I can do this beautiful card. And she made a beautiful card for all of my customers that I was so excited to give to them, just to say thank you for their business. Thank you for trusting me with the process of going solar, because for some, the process has taken longer than others, and for various reasons, depending on what time of the year you went solar. People who went solar into the summer, early fall, it's just been one thing after another, with the fires happening earlier this year, with the COVID shutdown. At the beginning of the year, with city shutting down and the building inspections, it's just everything has been quite the year, as all of you probably can tell. And we're getting ready to go into another shutdown here in Northern California. I live in Marin County, and Marin and Contra Costa, San Francisco, San Mateo, and I think San Jose counties are all like shutting down this starting tonight at midnight or 11:59. So it has been a journey for all of you who have gone solar. Had the pleasure of meeting some of them, this afternoon as I was dropping off the gifts. And it was just so nice to actually meet them face to face, because everything that has been done has been through Zoom for the most part. I've had maybe one or two in-home, not even in-home, outside the home, outdoor meetings with customers, and it was just so nice to actually meet some of them face to face, where we'd only ever met through Zoom. So the journey has been an interesting one. This year, I had an install go in on Friday, just in time before this homeowner went to New Zealand. They left yesterday for New Zealand for a couple of months. So, really happy to see them get installed and be happy with the installation process. So it has taken time. They were patient and they got it through. So I'm really grateful for that. And on the last cookie drop off, the last gift drop off, I, saw the homeowner came out. He's like, "What's this for?" And I go, "It's just a little something to say thank you for your business this year." And they said, "We have our installation date," and I just about cried, because after this fall, it's just been trying to get some of these installations going on with everything that I mentioned earlier in the show. So it was just a sweet way to end this whole afternoon's activities with my 3 kids in tow. I have to say, I'm grateful, because my kids, they're seeing mom hustling and getting out there and helping homeowners. They always ask, "Mom, why do you do this? Why are you the solar queen? Why are you helping people go solar?" Oh, Momo 2120 says New Zealand is much safer than the US right now. I know it is. I'm so glad your government has taken the great precautions to shut New Zealand down and do the right things with quarantining people as they arrive and everything. So I'm so happy that there's been such a good, positive thing for New Zealand. I'm sure it's felt isolated without being able to travel and not as many people coming in, but I'm just so grateful that your country has taken the right steps, taken the precautions to to thwart this virus as best as they could. So Good on you guys. So yeah, my kids were the kids were in the car with me. We drove around town for about 2.5 hours, dropping off everything, and they were asking me why I do this. And I said, "Well, honey, to all my kids. Well, honey, I'm helping homeowners go solar and save money and help our planet." And so they understand it to maybe this, they understand what's going on, but they are in it. When you when you guys have gone solar with me, my kids are just as involved as you guys are, or as I am, because they're out there. Sometimes they're coming to site surveys with me, and sometimes they're going and checking in on installations if they're local to me, and like today they're going with me to make sure that customers know that they're appreciated for their business and trusting me with their solar system installation. So I have got to give thanks to them too, because they've been supportive of this whole entire journey. So I'm really, really just, I think, with Thanksgiving being a couple of weeks ago, and as we're entering into the Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and Christmas and the New Year, just being so grateful for things that have happened this year in the most unprecedented times, things we've never seen in our lives happening. It's just been, we're making it through one step at a time, and I just am overwhelmed with gratitude for all the conversations I've had, for all the people that have contributed to my just becoming better at this, being better at talking about solar and having conversations about their electricity bill, and having conversations about, devastating wildfires that are being caused by utility companies. And you have your opinion about them, and I do too. But it just, it's one of those things that when you go solar, you can take control of your energy source and your supply of energy. Not 100% control, because you still do rely on the utility company to provide you energy at nighttime when the sun has gone down, especially when you don't have a backup battery. But it just makes me so happy to help people, learn about solar, learn how they can take control of their costs with going solar, and then have energy independence. So I'm just, I just wanted to share that all with you guys tonight. Just my gratitude and thanks as just reflecting on this year during this holiday season. So that is just a little story of what we were doing today. My kids and my husband actually, he went golfing, I think for the last time this year. He went up to Bodega Bay and went golfing there. And I was really happy that he was able to do that, and that my kids were helping and supporting Mama as she's out there, again, showing appreciation for everything. So 2020 has been quite the year. And as we go into 2021, I know I've talked about it on the show before, but the tax credit is reducing down to 22%. So this year it's been 26%, and next year it's 22%, not only for homeowners, but for businesses as well. And as we go into 2021, I am going into the commercial, industrial, solar space, as well as residential. So if you were watching and you've been watching for some time, you've heard me talk about this. But I'm really, really excited to start kind of getting into that space, because not only are business owners going to be cutting costs dramatically, dramatically. They're also going to be able to get the 22% federal tax credit, as well as depreciate the cost of their solar system. So if you are watching, or if you know someone who is in the warehouse space, doesn't matter what size, if they have refrigeration, even better, anything that requires constant air control, like air conditioning or refrigeration, have them reach out to me, because I am happy to help them get solar for their businesses. So let's see. I'm going to type in my email address that people can reach out to me for commercial solar. It doesn't have to be warehouses. That's just the area that I'm going to really be hyper focusing on. But this here is where you can reach out to me for the commercial solar. Steve LaChance, what you are teaching your children is quite possibly more valuable than college. Thank you, Steve. I really appreciate that comment because I truly, like my kid, my 5-year-old today goes, Mom, I want to open up a lemonade stand, and our neighbors have lemons. And so, actually, the last homeowner I saw, he has a whole bush of lemonades and or lemons, not lemonades. I should have grabbed some. Maybe I'll go back at their installation and grab some. But he wants a lemonade stand, and he wants to sell his lemonade. He said, I want to sell it to 100 customers for $10 a piece. And I said, well, honey, I didn't want to like burst his bubble, but I said, the market will tell you if they are ready to spend $10 for a cup of lemonade. He goes, well, why is that too much? And I said, well, it's just, that might be a little, you could try for 5 and see what happens. So if you want some fresh squeezed lemonade from my son, that's going to be sugar-free, sweetened with, sweeteners that don't spike your, spike your insulin or something, your blood sugar, you can let me know. He would be happy to sell you some. He's been talking about this for some time. So yes, so they are watching mom do this. Yes, goals. He wants to be a billionaire. No, take it back. He doesn't want to be a billionaire. He wants to be a gazillionaire. And he asked me the other day, well, how do I become a gazillionaire? And I told him, find a problem that a gazillion people, or a billion people, or even a million people have, and solve that problem and charge money for that, or for a service or a product or something. So his 5-year-old brain, and he's a number cruncher, or he's a numbers kid. He's doing math in his head. He could care less about his letters, but his math, he's spot on with his math, and he's really excited to be a gazillionaire, billionaire. And I know he's watching, and so I'm excited to help him open up his lemonade stand. They're talking about wanting to start YouTube channels and create products and sell them, which mom knows how to do all of that. So I'm really excited to help them along with their entrepreneurial journey and all that, for if they're interested, So thanks for sharing that, Steve. So business owners going back to the business owners who need solar, please reach out to me at jamie@excelsiorsolar.com. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. And it's just like with the residential solar, all it takes is, I'm typing in my other email address. All it takes is a utility bill. And setting up a conversation with decision makers, both homeowners and business owners. Here's my email address for residential. Really, you can reach me at both because they obviously come both to me. But it's really it starts with the utility bill, starts with a conversation, starts with talking about what are your goals, why do you want to go solar, and the 4 reasons why people want to go solar. The number 1 reason is really to save money. And solar, you will save so much money when you go solar, residentially and commercially. So if you're a business owner looking for ways to cut costs, or if you thought you had to always be paying this ever rising expensive utility bill, same with homeowners, that goes away when you get solar. So cost savings is the first reason why people go solar. The second is for our planet, to reduce our carbon emissions that are going out into our environment, into our air. When we have less demand on oil and coal burning and all of that, when we can bring it and make it sustainable and renewable and better for our planet, cleaner planet, everyone wins. So not only are you winning financially, you're winning helping the planet. And then you have a little more control. You have, energy independence. And so that's another reason why people go solar. And the last reason really is to say, kind of cut the ties to the utility company. You're still grid tied, whether you're residential or commercial. Even if you get backup batteries, you still need to be grid tied. So there is a tiny little bit of dependence on the utility company, but there is, not like it is when you don't have solar. And unfortunately, not everyone can go solar based on the location, based on if they're in a condo. Oftentimes, because condos, the associations own the roof space and you don't. So there's a lot of times, unless you can get approval for that, a lot of financing companies won't install on condos, but they will on townhouses because you actually own the roof space. So homes that are in HOAs, I've never seen an HOA say no to homeowners getting solar. So some might have rules like saying it can't be street facing, which is unfortunate because a lot of homeowners have street facing houses and need that. And I think there's oftentimes something in the bylaws for your HOA that will say if it costs you X amount of dollars more or a percentage more to go on the east, north, and west facing, to prevent street views, you might be able to get permission from your HOA to go street facing if it's going to increase your cost by, I think, 10%. So if you are in an HOA that has those rules, let's talk anyways, because we can take a look and see what happens. I did have a homeowner who was interested in solar a couple of years ago, and they couldn't go solar because the HOA had that rule, and they would have had to go all north facing, which obviously is not the best location to be in, positioned for the sun, unless you can get something called a reverse tilt, and it like tilts the panels so they are technically street facing, or at least so it makes them kind of like a quasi south facing panel. It's kind of rare to see that, but it is possible to do that. So those are really the 4 reasons why people and business owners go solar. And I think more and more people are going solar now because it's more like people are seeing it more frequently, and it's being talked about more. So if you're one of those people who have been wondering about whether or not you should go solar or not, or how do you start talking or figuring out how much solar you need, how much it's going to cost, I am the gal to help you, Jamie Green, the Solar Queen. So that is really all, guys. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about, true ups. I know I've talked about true ups before, but I did just get an email from a homeowner who had solar installed by a solar company. I don't know if they're still in business or not. That's, sometimes it can be an issue, and that's called an orphaned system. It happens in commercial and residential solar. I don't know if they got enough solar to begin with. I don't know what their habits were like beforehand. I do know COVID is making a huge impact on people's consumption. Therefore, it's, they're seeing true ups. And a true up is when you settle up with the utility company, typically on your anniversary date of getting your solar turned on. And if you went beyond the amount of energy that your solar system was designed to produce, you're going to pay the difference to PG&E or Southern California Edison or San Diego, Gas and Electric. You're going to settle up with these utility companies if you use more kilowatt hours and time of use. So they've made it really complicated. If your system didn't produce enough energy for your home for the year, they're going to charge you for that, and you're going to pay a difference. Well, these true ups are like $1,700 for the last couple of years. And so something's either going on with their solar system. Maybe their inverter's gone down for some reason, or they're just using much more energy than the system was designed to produce, or a combination of both. Like maybe their system was there to produce a little bit, was designed to produce, say, 95% offset. But now with COVID and everyone's home and hot summers and all of that, they've used more energy than the system was designed to use. I'm going to go and help them figure that out. And if it's something wrong with the inverter, then we'll get that inverter, because it should be still under warranty, up and running again. So if you ever have things like that come up, I'm happy to answer those questions and help you. So again, you can email me at jamie@jamiegreenthesolarqueen.com or jamie@excelsiorsolar.com. This, again, happens with residential solar systems and commercial solar systems as well. It's a common thing, unfortunately. and hopefully it's an easy fix that I can help you get figured out. So that is something to be mindful of. But even still, even if you have a small true up, imagine what you would be paying to the utility company had you not gone solar. So rates continue to increase. The last I saw was 34 cents for non-peak, 38 cents, 39, 40 cents. It kind of varies for peak kilowatt hours, and everyone's getting moved over to time of use. So if you're not switched over to time of use this year, be on the lookout for it next year. And also, it's never too late to start getting solar for your home, for getting ready for next summer. Now is actually the perfect time to talk about getting solar for your home and business so that you can capture the entire summer and start and save so much money on your energy costs. So that's what I have to say for today's show. Thank you for watching. Please share this out or comment, or if you have questions, you can email me. If you're watching on Facebook, you can message me on, direct message me. If you're watching this on Instagram later on, I'll share this on Instagram, on IGTV. You can DM me there. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to, comment. Just let me know how I can help you. I would love to help you and get you set up for next year, especially if the tax credits are after next year are going down to zero. So 2022 tax credits are going down to zero. I don't know what's going to happen with the tax credits after that. I don't know if they're going to go up. I don't know if they're going to get extended out. I don't know. All I know is next year is 22% and the following year is zero. So take advantage of that. It makes it that much more affordable and saving you money. So have a great Sunday, everybody. Thank you for watching. And thank you again. If you're watching this and you are one of my customers, from the bottom and all of my heart and my family's heart, I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to help you. It's been a complete pleasure and joy. And yeah, so there you have it. Have a wonderful upcoming week. Please stay safe and please stay healthy, and we'll see you next week.